incommunicado by the police in a place yet to be made public. Samson Mukisa has been under police custody all day and was at one point whisked to court, but no charges were filed against him. Another alleged Sodomy victim has retracted a testimony he made against Pastor Kayanja and turned the spotlight on pastors Solomon Male and Martin Sempa. The pastors appeared at the CID headquarters in Chibuli for interrogation for the third day running. Anat Kunda brings us the twists and turns in this story.
Samson Mukisa was taken to Uganda Road Court where he recorded a statement. It's still not clear what the new statement says. He retracted his earlier testimony against Pastor Kayanja, claiming he had made it at gunpoint. Mukisa is highly controversial after he allegedly denied his mother. This young man spent last night in police detention, prompting his lawyer to protest.
I asked Sekira, why are you arresting this boy? Sekira said, it's not my business. She won't tell me. He has just decided he has the power. I said, you do not have such power to arrest anybody. I said, if you want to arrest me as well, if you think you have limitless power.
This afternoon, Robson Matovu said he had never been sodomized by Pastor Robert Kayanja, contradicting an affidavit he signed less than 2 months ago. Matovu went on to claim that Pastors Martin Sempa, Major Ssalambwa and Solomon Male gave him 160,000 shillings to tarnish Kayanja's name. He claims the pastors promised to give him an additional 50 million shillings.
Omwaka oguwedde mu December ulira newankubadde bagamba mbu kinaye sente ze basooka okumpa zonna zatwalibwa ku police. Na I wanted to see abantu bano ddala kye baliko ate waje bagenda okukoma.
The anti-homosexuality pastors welcomed Matovu, thinking he was here to reaffirm his earlier testimony of being sodomized.
There is no money that has ever been given to him. That is another Nigeria.
Let me just say, where would Pastor Male get 50 million shillings?
That's a joke of it.
But the visibly shaken Matovu failed to reveal the telephone number of the pastors that he claimed called him to testify against Kayanja. Male and Sempa say they have written to renowned evangelist Benny Hinn to arbitrate in the matter. Benny Hinn is scheduled to visit the country next month and will be hosted by Pastor Kayanja. The two pastors return for the fourth day of grilling at the CID offices tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Now, if you thought the problem of homosexuality in schools is fiction, then think again. One of the mainstream churches here in Uganda, the Catholic Church, has found out it's a problem that requires urgent intervention. A week before schools open, the church has embarked on a sensitization campaign among youth on the dangers of homosexuality. Hilary Esker reports.
The threat of homosexuality in the Ugandan society seems to be real. And the Catholic Church says it's not about to let this evil act go on to destroy the moral fiber of the society. And right in here, young children are being taken through lessons on how to avoid this evil act. This attentive group of young children are getting tips on how to protect themselves against this vice. Reverend Father Kanyike Delwaga Youth Chaplain is taking the children through the history of homosexuality and the probable dangers these young people are bound to encounter. Father,
We have taught them from the catechism, we have taught them from the Bible, and we still teach them from the social analysis that goes on.
Kanyike says homosexuality is spreading fast and there is need to stop this advancement, especially in single-sex schools.
But we intend to take these teachings to as many young people as we can reach. Our priority definitely are Catholic schools today, especially single-sex schools or same-sex schools.
He encourages the children to avoid pro-gay activists. After the training, the youngsters were given booklets that they will refer to when faced with this challenge.
Mostly I've learned about the causes, the roots, that is the dangers of homosexuality.
Protecting myself is to keep a distance, especially involving into groups of the same sex.
The booklet contains a telephone helpline. The children are also advised to visit the charismatic renewal office for counseling.
Now, why the furor about homosexuality here in Uganda? As a practice, homosexuality may cut across the entire population, but what happens when it's a practice merely for sexual perversion? Psychiatrists and psychologists say a number of factors could explain why some people are attracted to others of the same sex. According to experts, some of the feelings are inborn, while others are influenced by attitude and the environment they have grown. NTV talked to some experts.
Homosexuality as a sexual orientation remains a mystery to many Ugandans. They are puzzled about how anyone can get sexually attracted to someone of the same sex.
I think it happens when someone has taken drugs and starts seeing a fellow man as a woman.
Although there is no readily available research to explain this sexual orientation, psychologists and psychiatrists have answers to a few of the nagging questions. The experts say as a child grows up, they go through a phase where they begin to clearly identify their sexuality. When these children become adults, society and their personality will point them in a particular direction.
You know, I'm a male, I'm a female, and try to identify with those roles. There can be confusion at that point that can also push an individual into that direction.
Another school of thought argues that it is possible for someone to be born with the desire to get attracted to their sex, the opposite sex, or even both.
I don't think it is something that is caused by anything that somebody has done or anything. I don't think so. I think it is something that one is born with.
In some cases, however, people have been forced into homosexuality due to poverty or blackmail, which these experts say is sexual exploitation, and offenders should be severely punished. According to the mental health field, homosexuality is not considered a disorder. In fact, doctors say there is no treatment for this sexual orientation. This means science does not consider homosexuality as sexual perversion, but many African societies and religions consider homosexuality an abnormality and have made it illegal in their statute books. It is therefore unlikely that the Western views on homosexuality will be accepted in Uganda or anywhere on the continent anytime soon.
Now to matters politics. Residents of Lubaga Division will be going to the polls to elect a new LC3 chairperson in less than 12 hours from now. The candidates have done their bit and the verdict now lies with the ballot. Julia Senkano